Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well and you're taking great care of yourselves. This message I'm about to convey is just a general reflection, though it's rooted in personal experiences I won't be disclosing. I want to talk about expectations, particularly around professionalism, communication, and inclusion, and how they relate to mental health boundaries and the need for mutual respect. One of the values I hold deeply is bringing the same level of professionalism and consideration to interactions that I hope to receive in return. That doesn't always happen. I don't expect it, but I believe it's something it should happen. Now, respecting different perspectives is essential, especially in spaces where conversation and collaboration are expected and appreciated. But too often, I see how ableism reinforces itself when limitations are imposed on someone based on assumptions. It becomes a self perpetuating cycle that hinders the growth, expression, and understanding. I want to touch on the concept of non closure, which is sometimes framed as a virtue or a foundation of collaboration. The idea that we don't always need resolution or clarity. While this can be valid in certain contexts and appreciated for the way things are imperfect, in stagnation, or slow moving, and the fact that human beings are very complex beings, it's also important to recognize that for some, especially those living with mental health challenges, that non closure is not a philosophical stance, it's almost a forced condition. Asking for understanding without first being accountable for the actions or systems that cause harm can feel dismissive and at worst ableist. It assumes that certain people should always be the ones to give grace, even when they're already carrying the burden of being underrepresented, unheard, and underserved. People with mental health challenges are often expected to be endlessly patient and forgiving, even when the structures around them don't allow for the same considerations in return. It's frustrating to be in environments where we're asked to limit our expectations or silence our voices for the sake of maintaining comfort or status quo, especially when those limitations aren't placed on others equally and equitably. I'm not asking anyone to violate their own boundaries. Of course not. But I'm pointing out that asking someone to permanently adapt to an inaccessible or stagnant situation can be deeply unfair. It's emotionally and intellectually exhausting to know that you have something value to contribute, only to find there's no space or willingness to accommodate it, and I'm sure many of you relate. When growth is stifled, when change feels unwelcome, it creates an environment that expects less and gives less. I feel, in my opinion, that it's demoralizing. While I'm trying to find peace with this tension, it's not easy. Processing all of this takes time. Sometimes I need to step away, take space, and reflect quietly, not as a form of isolation, but one as self care. Like many others, I need moments to reset, to process, and to reconnect with my own clarity. That's not something to apologize for, it's the basic part of being a human being. Listen, I'm sharing this to not target anyone or anything, but to voice a frustration that I believe is shared. We are complex beings, And it's time our systems of interaction reflect that complexity with more grace, accountability, equality, and room for genuine growth for everyone. Thank you for listening.